Hi guys, I'm Davin with the Redmond Fire Department here out at Station 18, and I'm going to read you a story here out of the Disney Storybook Collection. Let's go right with the first one, which looks like The Lion King. Classic. Alright, here we go. Everything existed in delicate balance within the circle of life. In the Pride Lands, the great King Mufasa stood on Pride Rock, celebrating the birth of his son. Days passed, and Simba grew into a mischievous little lion cub. One day, his father took him to the top of Pride Rock and explained to him the circle of life. Mufasa told his son that one day, Simba would rule every place the light touched, but he could never go where the darkness touched, including the elephant graveyard. Simba went to visit his uncle Scar and told him he would one day rule over the whole kingdom, but Scar wanted to be king. He made Simba curious about the elephant graveyard in the dark lands and tricked Simba into wanting to go there. The next day, Simba went to his friend Nala and told her about the secret plan to visit the elephant graveyard. But they couldn't go on their adventure with Zazu, Mufasa's advisor, and Simba's babysitter following them. As they ventured into the savannah, Simba thought of a plan to get rid of Zazu. Simba and Nala managed to escape from Zazu and ran into the elephant graveyard. At first, the graveyard was a great adventure, but it quickly became a nightmare. Hyenas chased after them, yipping and biting. Nala and Simba ran in fear from one danger to the next, but just as all seemed lost, Mufasa let out a great roar and came to their rescue. While Nala returned to the Pride with Zazu, Mufasa called Simba to his side. Mufasa told Simba that he was disappointed Simba had not listened to him. Mufasa also told Simba that he was scared to lose him and that he would always bravely fight to protect him. Mufasa instructed his son to look to the sky to see the kings of old. Each star was a different king, Mufasa told him, and they could help Simba. Whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you, and so will I. Little Simba admired his father, and he hoped one day he would be a great king like Mufasa. The next morning, Scar lured Simba into the gorge. Suddenly, there was a stampede of frightened wildebeest. Simba was in danger. Scar alerted Mufasa, who ran to rescue his son. Little Simba clung to the tree branch. Mufasa yelled, "Hold on, Simba!" Mufasa jumped into the stampede and grabbed Simba, bringing him to safety. As Mufasa tried to escape from the stampede himself, he called to his brother Scar to help him climb to safety. Scar cruelly let Mufasa fall into the stampede. Simba looked on in horror. As the herd cleared, he went to his father's side and called to him, but Mufasa would not answer. Simba looked to Scar for help. Scar lied, telling Simba that Mufasa's death was Simba's fault. "Run and never come back," Scar said. Hurt and confused, Simba ran away. Without Mufasa or Simba, Scar and his hyenas took over Pride Rock. After abandoning his life on Pride Rock, Simba wandered, lost in the desert, until he finally collapsed. Simba awoke in a strange jungle. He looked up and saw a meerkat called Timon and a warthog named Pumbaa above him. Simba was afraid, but Pumbaa's kindness and Timon's laughter made him feel at home. As they roamed through the forest, they showed him Hakuna Matata, a life without worries. As he grew older, Simba learned to live just like Timon and Pumbaa, free from the worries of his past life. One day, as Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa led their Hakuna Matata lifestyle, danger approached. A great lioness stalked Pumbaa, ready to pounce. Pumbaa screeched and ran, but Simba came to his rescue. As Simba and the lioness fought, he realized that she was his childhood friend Nala. As they reunited and shared their lives, They remembered their feelings for each other and knew it was true love. Nala told Simba of the darkness that had come upon the Pride Lands with the loss of Mufasa and Simba. Simba turned away in shame, and his heavy heart would not let him tell Nala the truth. Nala kept pleading for him to come back, but Simba ran away. Timon and Pumbaa looked on in worry. They thought they were losing a friend. Simba was lost again. Rafiki, a wise baboon, came to him and asked him who he was. Simba no longer knew. Rafiki guided him to look upon the sky, where he saw his father's image. Look inside yourself. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life. Simba knew that to honor his father, he had to be the great king he was meant to be. He would return to his home in the Pride Lands. Then Simba, Nala, Timon, and Pumbaa went back to the Pride Lands to overthrow Scar. At Pride Rock, Simba confronted Scar. Scar sent his hyenas to attack Simba, and a great battle began. The lions of the Pride Land, along with Timon, Pumbaa, and Rafiki, and even Zazu, fought with all they had. As the hyenas and lions clashed, the battle seemed endless. Simba and Scar battled on top of Pride Rock. Simba lunged in range as memories of his father passed through his mind, and soon he was close to victory. Simba told Scar to run and never come back, as Scar had told Simba to do so long before. Good had finally won. Finally, Simba stood as king of the Pride Lands and let out a mighty roar. Last page. Afterward, Simba and Nala found happiness together, and soon the animals celebrated the birth of a new cub as a new circle of life began. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. You stay safe out there, and if you see us, make sure you wave.